It's here, I've got it, I've got the Oculus Quest, here it is, it came just now. Let's unbox this bad boy, shall we? I've just been sitting outside in the sun for the last 5 hours waiting for this to arrive. Basically I ordered two, one from Amazon, one from Oculus, to see which one would get to me first, and Oculus did, even though last night it said it wasn't even dispatched or anything like that. I woke up this morning, had an email saying it's on its way, and the tracking, we were keeping an eye on it for the last 5 hours, so thank you if you joined me with that stream. I've survived it. I've got a little bit of sunburn on my hands, if you see there, but it is worth it. We now have an Oculus Quest, the 128GB version from the UK, so it's the EU UK version. We're going to open this, check out what's inside it, and get all sorts of hype. I also got the Oculus Quest carry case, but maybe we'll save that for another video. But let's crack on and have a look. So here we go, here's the 128GB version of the Oculus Quest. So just like you can see there, inside the box, all sorts of good stuff. Not much on the side, a little bit of sort of details on the bottom, and then on the back we have some English on there. We all know what that is. Some games: Vader Immortal, Sports Scramble, Dance Central, Natural Geographic, Dead and Buried 2, and Creed Rise to Glory. But let's not sort of dwell on the outside. Let's get this bad boy open. Woohoo, there we go. Let's pop that off to one side over there. And here we have it. So I believe that it just lifts up. Yes, it does. If I remember correctly. I did do kind of like a mini unboxing outside, where I literally just kind of jumped in and had a quick look. But here we go. So here is the Oculus Quest 128GB UK model. So I don't know how much of a difference it'll be between the different areas, different regions, but here's this one. So as you can see, here's the headset. Pretty cool. Let's have a little look. That's a little what is that, like a little light maybe? There's the Oculus branding, there's the 4 cameras. They don't need to be protected from the light, but you do need to protect the lenses from the light. Oh, there we go, dropping the headset. So before you start, install the Oculus app. We'll do that another time. We've got a couple of little protective things that says keep it away from sunlight. So what you don't want is sun hitting these lenses. What you don't want is sun hitting these lenses, because they act like magnifying glasses and burn the screen. So there we go, there's the little sort of motion sensor in there. So the Oculus Go and other headsets have that. So if that's covered or it senses your face, it makes sure the headset's on, and when you take it off, it turns it off. You've got the IPD slider here, so you can sort of see sliding that. That's nice and stiff. Whoa. The lenses and screens will sort of move apart, so you can kind of get it exactly how you want it to be. So what I would suggest is you stick the headset on your head and then go to the home screen, look at some text, and just play with this until it feels perfect. You've got your volume rocker up and down. There, we've got a power button on there. You hold that down to turn it on. You got a headphone jack one side, and the other side they both put out a stereo image. And to adjust the headset, you just sort of pull these. It's got a little sort of Velcro tab just there and just there, and you just literally sort of pull it, and that pulls this kind of plastic strap through. So it doesn't look like this strap is replaceable anyway. So unlike the Oculus Go, where you could replace the head strap quite easily, you can't with this one. I mean, you might be able to pull these off, these side bits, like you can on the Oculus Go, but I don't want to transit because I don't want to break it because I only had it 5 minutes. But it looks pretty cool. So this is kind of like a rubbery material. So it's not leather, it's not sort of metal or anything like that. It's completely sort of rubberized, sort of silicone. You've got a strap on the top as well, sort of making it a bit tighter and a bit looser. What I would say is a bit like the Oculus Go, maybe sort of have it so the headphone straps are kind of up a little bit off the side, not sort of flat like that. Just angle them up a little bit and then put that on your head like that. So I'll see how you can make it fit nice and comfy. The padding is quite nice. It's very similar to the one that comes with the Oculus Go. I think it's a little bit different to the one they had at OC5 when they were showing it all off. But it's still very nice feeling. I like that. I think all this headset really needs now is some sort of remarker sticker on the front and we'll be sorted. But let's move those to the side, move that to the side just 1 second. And then we've got our 2 controllers. So we have our left and our right, just in case we don't know which hand is which or which one goes on which hand. So you've got your triggers on the inside basically, so that goes to your sort of middle finger. And then you've got your triggers on the top. And then you've got 2 sort of pingy sounding analog sticks, and then you've got A and B one side, X and Y the other side, and then you've got like a menu button on the left and an Oculus home button on the right. And I think people were sort of talking about sort of these battery covers coming off really easy, sort of in their hand. I mean, yeah, if you kind of push it down and pull it, it comes off, but it doesn't feel like it would come off in use. Oh, I don't know, maybe like, I don't know. Maybe we'll have to kind of keep an eye on that and see. But they take 1 AA battery, not 2, not 3, just the 1. And let's jump into the sort of little sort of bonus box that we get on the side here and see what accessories we get. So I'm interested to kind of see which plug we get, if we get a plug. Oh, we do get a plug. So in the UK we get a plug. With the Oculus Go we didn't get a plug. So this is a... Does it say what it is? So it is a 5-volt 3-amp plug. So a bit like the sort of battery pack I've already shown on this channel, this Anchor one. That output's the same as that over USB-C. So like USB-C there we go. So not USB-A, so you need to make sure you've got that. You've got the glasses spacer, which is what you would put in. So you'd pull out this foam around the headset and then put this in and then put the foam over the top. And that just kind of pushes it away off your face a little bit, so if you need a little bit extra room for glasses. It is plastic. The Oculus Go one is kind of rubber, which probably would last a bit longer, a bit more sort of durable maybe, but I guess this one looks like it fits more snugly into the sort of recesses of the headset. And then we get ourselves what I believe is a 10-foot USB-C cable, so right angled one side and straight on the other, so that would go into your plug. Whatever sort of plug you have, it would go in there, and then that side would go into your headset, and in theory you can play with it plugged in. There's no issues there, it works fine that way. But what I would probably do, and what I will do, is either use this cable with the power bank in my pocket and keep it charged, or use one of those magnetic cables which I've got a video on, and I'll show you a sort of a video on all those little bits. But there's no other bits in there. We've got the spacer bit, we went back in there, and well, where did it go? Went in that way. There you go, you can sort of see the little slot for it. But there you go, so that's actually kind of a nice little box. Is it magnetised? Yeah, it's got a little magnet in it as well, so that's kind of nice. But there you go, so that's all you get in your Oculus Quest. Did we not get any batteries? Oh, hang on, did we get any? Ah, there we go. They were hidden in this bit here. So we've got some batteries. We've got some guides and warranty and warnings and all that sort of stuff. But here's our batteries to go in here. So pull down on there. Batteries go in with the pointy end, the plus end, facing out. What brand are they? Just says Alkaline. No sort of fancy branding or cross promotion with another company. Same on this side. Plus facing down, and then the back cover just kind of snaps on, and then they've got a little sticker if you need to know which one's right or left. I think I can figure that out. And then you just sort of press the buttons to spring the controllers into life, and then you just kind of turn on your headset by holding the button on the side to get it going, and then you just follow the instructions in your Oculus app to pair your headset. So maybe we'll save that for another video. The rings obviously on the controllers are kind of facing up rather than down like on the Rift, but that's because the Oculus Quest senses this controllers itself with its little cameras. So it needs to be able to see the rings, because if you ever look at these rings under sort of special cameras, you can kind of see the little sort of lights that run through the actual ring itself that help it get tracked. So it's all pretty smart and pretty clever. But yeah, I'm liking this. There's some good quality stuff. That's a nice bit of fabric, actual sort of fabric around the outside there. Runs all the way around. Nice seam. Fabric inside that's kind of squishy. I don't know what else to say. It looks pretty smart, and I guess the only thing left to do is stick this on my head just to kind of feel how comfortable it is. So if you were watching my live stream earlier where I was waiting for the Oculus Quest to be delivered, you'll know that I already put this on. So I have kind of initially sort of tested it just to kind of get an initial feel, but I don't think I kind of put it on just right. So what I would suggest you do is you undo all the straps so they're all loose, undo all the Velcro on the side, both sides, put it on your head and get a good feel for it. What you really want to do is undo this top one, pull it all the way through so you can get a good sort of perch on the back of your head. So that's where you kind of want it to get hooked a little bit so it kind of fits on nice and tight. And then tighten in the side straps so they feel nice and snug, and then adjust the headset so it fits nicely on your head. So about there, that will do. Do I need to do it down a little bit more? No, I think that's okay. I'm happy with that. And once you've got it on, that's nice and comfy and it won't kind of rattle around or move around or whatever when you're jumping around doing your Beat Saber, slashing some Jedis, doing all that good stuff. Fits really nice. So yeah, overall, yeah, pretty impressed. Now how does it fit on top of my head? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yeah, that's okay. So when I'm doing my videos, doing the even all, I can have the Oculus Quest on my head. I like it. It doesn't feel much heavier than the Oculus Go. But there we go. There's the unboxing of the Oculus Quest 128GB version. I think physically from the outside, nothing looks different to that compared to the 64GB. But you know, it's kind of cool to kind of see that that is the case. And overall, so far, I'm quite impressed with the quality. There's nothing wrong with it. I like how it looks. I like how it feels. I'm so excited that I have this and I can start sort of putting some content together for you guys. So let me know in the comments down below, what do you want to see? What have you got questions about? What can I create for you? Is there certain menus you want to see, certain games, certain apps, certain functionality, something maybe the Oculus Go can do that you want to see if the Quest can do better maybe? I think that's probably where I'll do a fair bit of my content, is comparing the Go to the Quest. But let me know in the comments down below what you want to see and I'll try and do my best. Big shout out to those that donated during the stream earlier. Thank you guys, I really do appreciate it. And also a special shout out to the guys who donated the other day when I put a shout out on my YouTube community page and my Facebook, just asking, you know, if you guys had a few quid spare, you like my content, you want to kind of support what I was doing, if you could just donate a little bit to my PayPal, and you did. So I'm going to go through the names of the people who donated that way. Sorry in advance if I butcher your name, but I'll give it a good go. So thank you very much to Darren Lacey, Joel Zundervelch, Franz Jan Learmakers, Rick Preserveda, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry, Mads Eggholm, Sergio Garcia, Jill Edson, Sean Gee, R. Kingston, Darren Mills, who Dasbo, Jesse Dorr, Ian McMillan, Robert Sybom, Christoph Hadstein, Luke Fissou, and Justin Lovelock. And again, obviously if I butchered your name, I'm really sorry, but thank you guys. I really appreciate you want to support me and my content and the stuff that I do here. You guys are awesome. If you found this video useful, give it a thumbs up. If not, give it a thumbs down. That's fine. I'm big enough and ugly enough to take it. But do let me know in the comments down below why you didn't like it. I'll try and do better for next time. Become one of the Remarkables, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell to be notified when I next upload a video. And that's me done. I'm out. Have a virtual high five.